KD9MED, KD9MED, case on GC.
KD9MED.
Start recording.
Yep, Jimmy, we're live streaming. Go for it. You're good to go.
Sounds good. Good evening, everybody. It's 8 o'clock. And welcome to the special Memorial Day edition of the Friday Night Fun Net on the W9AXD Repeater in Rockford. My name is Jim. My call is K9GCR. I'm located here in Freeport, and I'll be your host this evening. The purpose of having this net is what the name implies, to have fun. That's what this hobby of amateur radio is about. In addition to providing emergency communications if when the situation warrants. A secondary purpose of this net is to provide on-air being placed for all amateur radio operators. Everybody's welcome to check in. You do not have to be a member of any club, organization, group, or association to participate in this net. All you need is a valid FCC license. This net meets each and every Friday evening at 8 p.m. This repeater is a PL 114.8 minus offset. You need to have that programmed into your radio in order to have access to the repeater. For those of you who may be using older radios who do not have PL capability or the PL on your radio is not working properly, you can check into the Friday Night Fun Net by using the repeater output frequency, the straight 610 simplex. If I hear you, I will nod you and check you in the net. Also, this net is being live streamed around the world via the internet. Those of you who wish to check in on the internet, please relay your check-in to Mike, KD9MED in Rochelle. He's live streaming this net, and he in turn will relay your internet check-in to me over the radio. The net is also being recorded for future replay on the Friday Night Fun Net's Central Facebook page. Let me reset. Okay. Then, of course, if you don't have internet access, if you're on the sticks, you can hear the repeater, but you can't get into it for whatever reason. You're having a problem or whatever. You can give me a call on the Friday Night Fun Net Central Hotline, area code 815-232-FN, 232-3636, the local Freeport number. I'll take your check-in over the phone, but try to check it on the radio first. And I'm happy to report there will be no interruptions to the live stream on the internet or on the Facebook page like there was the past 2 weeks because of lightning storms down in the Rochelle area. So we're going to be a smooth sailing. Okay, here's what we're going to do. First, we're going to take short-time remote stations. If you can't stay with the net, you got family time, or you got something else going on that you can't stay with the net, we'll take your short-time remote stations check-ins. And if you have traffic, we'll do your traffic right away. After that, we'll take general check-ins. First, we'll take general check-ins from northern Illinois. Next, we'll take general check-ins from southern Wisconsin. After that, we'll take general check-ins from anywhere in northern Illinois or southern Wisconsin. When you check in the net, state whether or not you have traffic. Your traffic consists of breakfast, hamfests, bike rides, or marathons. The topic tonight, this is the Memorial Day weekend. I'm going to ask this is what I do every year. I'm going to ask everybody, those ham radio operators, if you served in the military, or you have any family members serving in the military, or if you have any family members who formerly or at one time did serve in the military. So all branches of the service are welcome. So, okay. And then we'll do the W9UIJ Carl's Corner. This is an honor of a late great friend and colleague, Carl Larson, W9UIJ. When he and Tony ran the old Tuesday evening tech net on the Monroe repeater, Carl had a segment called Carl's Corner. He read stuff from articles from different publications about theory, propagation, electrical principles, for anything related to the hobbies of amateur radio. Okay, then after that we'll also do the W9 Gene Duncan DX Corner in honor of our late great friend and colleague, Gene Duncan, W9GD, the king of DX. Every time he checked in this on net, he always had a DX report. And I do have a DX report that you'll be anxious to hear. Then, of course, we'll do the Friday Night Fun trivia in honor of our future ham radio operators who are starting to take their technicians test. Then, of course, we'll do the swap net. You have items to buy, sell, trade, or want related to hobbies, ramps, radio, or computers, we'll do that. So, okay. All right. I by the way, I had one early check-in, let's see, WX9RLT, Ricky in Love Spark, he asked me to check him in early, so, okay. With all so-called formalities out of the way, let's get underway. Do we have any short time or mobile stations who'd like to check in at this time? Please call now.
Kilo Delta 9 Tango Juliet Lima.
Our uniform. Michael in Janesville.
Okay, stations, we got 2 stations standing by here. Get Kilo Delta 9 station, come back with your call, please.
Kilo Delta 9 Tango Juliet Lima. Tim in Rockford. Short time, no traffic.
This is K9G Star, the Friday Night Fun at the W9AXD Repeater Rockford, transmitting for Friday Night Fun at Central and Freeport. KD9TJL. Okay, Tim, we haven't heard you in a while. You're checking in short time. 7-3, have a good evening. Hope your Memorial Day holiday weekend will go well for you. Also, 89VU, Mike in Janesville, I've got you checked in. Thank you for checking in. You have a good evening and have a safe and sane Memorial Day weekend, and maybe we'll hear you tomorrow night on the Saturday night rag tune at 8 p.m. with this repeater. Okay, any more short time mobile stations who would like to check in the Friday Night Fun net? Please call now.
KC9QPO, Paul Love Spark, short time, no traffic, 73.
November 9, Chicago Northwestern, Mark in Rockford. Short time, no traffic.
Okay, I've got 2 more stations checked in. K9QPL, Paul on Love Spark, we got you checked in, Paul. You have a good evening, and if we don't hear you on the Saturday night net, we'll definitely catch you on the Monday night rah-rah info net there. Thanks for checking in. And N9 Chicago Northwestern, I've got you checked in. You have a good evening. Thank you for checking in. You have if I don't talk to you tomorrow night, you have a safe and sane Memorial Day weekend. Okay. Any more short-time mobile stations for the Friday Night Fun net? Please call now. Okay, there'll be no more short-time stations. Let's go ahead with pick up general check-ins. At this time, I will take general check-ins from Northern Illinois who would like to check in the Friday Night Fun net. Please call now.
K9KZT, Larry in Rockford.
K9KZT, Larry in Rockford, the king of CW. Okay, Larry, great code practice session you had last night on after the Hells and Technet, the first ever soap opera broadcast in the Morse code. That was terrific, Larry. Thanks for all you do. And we'll get back to you a few minutes at the round table. Thanks for checking in. Any more general check-ins from Northern Illinois who'd like to check into the Friday Night Fun net? Please call now.
KD9HKX, Larry in Roscoe.
Okay, I'm trying to avoid stepping on stations and observing radio etiquette. So K9HKX, Lori and Roscoe have got you checked in. We'll get back to you a few minutes roundtable. Thanks for taking in. Any more general checkers in Northern Illinois for the Friday night fun net? Please go on out.
KD9MED, Mike and Rochelle.
K9MED, Mike and Rochelle. He's live streaming this net on the internet and also he's recording this for replay on the Friday Night Fun Net Central Facebook page. K9MED, Mike, we've got you checked in. I'll get back to you a few minutes roundtable. And thank you for checking in. Any more general checkers from Northern Illinois for the Friday Night Fun Net? Please call now. Now, I don't know what's going on. Somebody tried to, I just heard like a mic click, but no audio. Let's try that again, please. Okay, any more general check-ins from Northern Illinois for the Friday Night Fun Net? Please call now.
November 9, Golf Bravo Papa, Craig in Rockford.
Oh boy, I don't know what happened there. I was transmitting on digital. When I don't know if I put my mic down or something like that, or something happened. I don't know. Hopefully, I'll get that new desk mic from Justin K9FBO and Kevin W9KLG soon. So, okay. N9GBP, Greg and the Rockford, got you checked in. I'll get back to you a few minutes roundtable. Thanks for checking in. Any more general checkers from Northern Illinois for Friday Night Fun Net? Please go now. Okay, no more general checkers in Northern Illinois. Well, we had a good turnout. Let's see if we can get just as good a turnout from Southern Wisconsin. Any general check-ins from Southern Wisconsin would like to check the Friday Night Fun Net? Please call now. Well, it's Friday Night Fish Friday night in Wisconsin. Everybody's at their favorite bar, restaurant, or tavern eating their catfish, buffalo, carp, walleyes, crappie, the muskies, and what have you. And those of you in the Milwaukee area, you're eating your Polish sausages, hot dogs, brats, kielbasa, and brunch. Right here, of course, your cheese. You're eating some of that famous Wisconsin cheese. Okay, at this time, I will take check-ins from anywhere in Northern Illinois or Southern Wisconsin for the Friday Night Fun Net. Please call now.
KD9MED, Carrie in Rockford with traffic.
KD9MED, okay, Carrie. We got you checked in with traffic. We'll get back to you in a few minutes. Did you fall asleep again last Friday?
No, you know, Jimmy, what happened was I lost track of what day of the week it was, and then I did it again on Tuesday night with the 10-meter net. I just completely zone out what day of the week it is. And I'm late here tonight because I was busy configuring my setup for field day.
Don't feel bad. I think that happens to everybody. Yesterday, I was thinking today was Friday, and I thought, oh my God, I gotta make out my check-in list for the net today. But those things happen. Okay, we'll get back to you in a few minutes with your traffic, Gary. Thank you for checking in. All right, any more stations in Northern Illinois or Southern Wisconsin would like to check the Friday Night Fun Net? Please call now. Okay, I do have some traffic to pass along. Gary, I'll get to your traffic. Okay, Dave, N9DLB here in Freeport has a setup for the, for the North America net, or whatever it is, that on the digital side. If you tune in, that node runs on the 145.645 megahertz. You want that is running 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. The only time that node will not be running is in the event of any bad weather or anything like that. So, if you want to talk on the North America link on the digital side, go to 145.645 megahertz here in Freeport. Dave, the N9DLB, is in charge of that node. You can talk on there 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. So, okay. I'm using red and blue ink for my check-ins. I'm going to get out my black pen for the traffic and any other stuff. K9MED, okay, Kerry. Go ahead with your traffic.
This is KD9MED. Good evening, everybody. I'm happy to announce that Rah-Rah will be having their field day event at the Roscoe VFW post. Address is 11385 2nd Street in Roscoe, Illinois. And the talk-in will be right here on 146610. Current plans are for us to operate sideband and FT8. And we would love to have everybody come out and visit and also participate in operating. The station will be called is K9K. It'll be running from June 25th at 1 p.m. to June 26th at 1 p.m. So it's going to be a 24-hour thing. And of course, you can get there earlier on June 20th. Oopsie. And of course, you can get there earlier on the Saturday if you wanted to help us set up. So, Roscoe VFW post, June 25th through June 26th. Thanks a lot, KD9MED.
You're welcome, Kerry. That is wonderful news that you're going to have. I know last year, I think you went down to Genoa, Illinois for field day, and I said, good sake, who wants to go clear down there for field day? But that's good. They're having it at the Roscoe VFW post, Saturday and Sunday, June 25th and June 26th. The call will be Kilo 9 Kilo. Oh, okay, and it's going to be a 24-hour operation. That's wonderful. We're here in Stevens County. We're having our field day at Oakdale Nature Preserve. And Kerry, I know you were there too 3 years ago, and I don't know how long we're going to be running. We're going to try to get some nighttime operators. But our call will be Whiskey 9 Foxtrot. That's the call we've always had ever since I became a ham, especially on field day. Kerry, thank you very much for bringing in that traffic, and we'll look forward to your DX report in a few minutes. Again, thanks for checking in and bringing in that traffic. Like I said, we'll talk to you in a few minutes. Anybody else have any traffic they'd like to pass along for the net? Okay, before we continue, we have 8 more stations who would like to check into the Friday Night Fun Net from anywhere in the region. Please call now. Okay, next item on the agenda, if you want to call it that, well, it's going to be W9UIG Calls Corner. This is our technical portion of the net, our TechNet portion, especially for you new hams who've just gone into this hobby. We give everybody a chance to ask technical questions. Are you having a problem with your power supply or amplifier? What kind of an antenna you want to put up on your tower? And what kind of a mobile unit or base unit should I get? You ask questions, technical questions, we'll do our best to answer them for you. Does anybody have any technical questions at this time? Please go ahead. Okay, I don't know what's going on. I'm getting dead air. I'm getting the mic clips and dead air, but no audio. Let's try that one more time, please. Okay, there being no technical questions, we'll move ahead to the next item. So, the W9 Gene Duncan DX Corner. This is in honor of our late great friend and colleague, Gene Duncan, W9GD, the king of DX. Every time he checked into this net, he always had a DX report. So, at this time, does anybody have any DX reports that they'd like to pass along at this time?
November 9, Golf Bravo Papa.
N9 GBP. Okay, Greg, what do you got for us?
Well, the other day I talked to the Royal Netherlands Army Air Assault Brigade. Their radio guys were doing training down in Suriname in South America, and they were operating their military radios on the HF bands, and I was able to get them on both 20 and I think 15 meters. So that was pretty exciting, and I'm waiting for a QSL card from them.
That is terrific, Greg. That is terrific. Just stand by 1 minute. My paper fell on the floor. I'll be right with you. Oh boy, that's what happens when you have so many papers on cluttering up my desk here. So, congratulations on making contact with Suriname. 20 and 15 meters. Hopefully you get that QSL card soon.
Yeah, that'll be a good one to keep around.
Okay, that's great. Okay, Greg, thank you for that DX report. We'll get back to you a few minutes at the round table. Thanks for checking in. Any more stations have any DX reports you'd like to pass along? All right, just hold on here. I made 3 contacts this week. Let's see, on May 24th, it was Tuesday, on 14.243 megahertz at 0131. I made a contact with Sierra 5-1 Delta X-ray in Slovenia. He was giving me a 7.0, and I'm assuming I was giving him 5.9, so he was giving me 7.0. So, okay. And also, the next day, I made 2 contacts. All on 14, on 20 meters. Next contact was a station in Victor Echo 6 Tango Lima in Calgary, Alberta, Canada, on 14.244 megahertz, upper sideband. He was giving me a 7.0. And what have you. Now, here's what happened. As he was acknowledging my call, the band went dead. I didn't know whether to enter it into the log or not, but after talking to Dave, N9DLB here in Freeport, he said if he acknowledged my call, then it's a contact. So I went ahead and entered it into my log. And about another hour and a half later, I made another contact with a station in Slovenia. It was on 14.250 at 0236 hours. Sierra 5-7 Delta X-ray. And that station was in Slovenia. So that's 2 contacts I made in Slovenia. And that same night I was picking up a station in northern Italy. But I was not able to make contact with that station. So that's okay. That's my DX report. Okay, at this time, any other stations have any DX reports? Please go ahead. Okay, Terry, K9MED, do you have any DX reports to pass along?
This is KD9MED. I only operated 2 days this week, Sunday and Monday, and for a total of 23 QSOs overall, covering 14 countries. I could just read off the countries this time. Northern Ireland, Brazil, Argentina, Croatia, Czech Republic, Turkey, Madeira Island, Italy, Japan, Hungary, Spain, Colombia, and the United States. I guess the most notable of those was Turkey. I don't see Turkey a lot. This guy, TA2IJ, is in Istanbul, and that's considered to be Asiatic Turkey. My 2 Brazilian contacts were both on 10 meters, brief reset. And I don't know why, but when 10 meters opens up, it's really, really good to South America. I can't explain it. And it's not my antenna, because Rick notices the same thing, and he's got a completely different antenna system than I do. There's just something about 10 meters that likes to go south. Congratulations to Greg on Suriname. That's not easy. I don't think there's a lot of operators in that country. Congratulations to you, Jimmy, on 2 Slovenia contacts. KD9MED.
You're welcome, Gary, and thank you. Now, here's the thing. All those contacts I made were during the nighttime hours here. That 20 meters is usually a daytime band, but that sure was not the case this week, to say the least.
Yeah, with the solar activity where it's at now, I think 20 meters is going to be pretty good. You know, most days, or more days than usual, for a 24-hour period.
Well, that's great. That's great. A good DXing, and that's always here. It's always good to hear these reports. So, okay, including from myself. Oh yeah, I forgot. Last night there was a station. I was not able to make contact with that station, unfortunately. It was Whiskey 2 Foxtrot. He's in New York City, and they're having a fleet week. I think in honor of the U.S. Navy, there was an aircraft carrier coming in, but I guess he was talking to a lot of veterans there who served in the military. This was on 14.282 megahertz last night. Now, today he was on 14.264. Unfortunately, I was not able to hear him. But there was a station. Just a minute. Oh yeah. I don't know if any of you made any contact with Echo Alpha 3 Juliet Echo from Barcelona, Spain. But Dave, N9DLB, was telling me he was picking him up there today, and I picked him up, but he wasn't coming in as good as he usually does. But that's okay. That's my DX report. Are there any other stations with any DX reports you'd like to pass along? Well, let's hope the DXing continues. So, okay, let's move on. All right. Any more stations who'd like to check in the Friday Night Fun Net? Please call now.
Alpha Charlie 9, Golf Oscar, Larry and Rockton. Just short time tonight. Got a lot of things to do. AC9GO.
AC9 KD9GO. Okay, Larry and Rockton, I've got you checked in. You have a good evening. Maybe we'll catch you on the Saturday night ride unit tomorrow night, 8 p.m. with this repeater. Tony, no. Jamie, W9JTC is supposed to make his debut as net control. We'll see what happens. Thanks for checking in, Jamie. Any more stations you want to check in? Please call now. Okay, let's get into the swamp net. All items to be bought, sold, or traded must be related to hobbies of RAM trading or computers. All items to be bought, sold, or traded must be the property of or in possession of the person who wants to get rid of stuff. You may mention prices over the air, but any haggling should be done either in person or over the telephone. Also, no commercial business of any kind is allowed. Does any station with swamp net traffic at this time? Please call now. K9YE. Okay, David Broadhead. Let me check in the net first. Hold on. K9YE. Okay, Dave. What do you got for us? Okay, Dave, I'm going to tell you what. There's quite a bit of static with your signal. Why don't you mention just a few items that you got, and you go ahead with the rest of the stuff later. Why don't you just mention a few items, if you would, please? Okay, Dave, I'll tell you what. There's a lot of static with your signal. I only caught bits and pieces of your traffic. But I know you got an Astron power supply, and you also got some antennas. So okay, now, how can they get a hold of you? If you would give us your phone number, please. Okay, all right. Now, Dave, 89YE in Broadhead, Wisconsin, has a power supply, Astron, a power supply. All of they have the 70 and let's see, and see several antennas and also items for sale. Give them a call at area code 608-201-5724. Area code 608-201-5724. And I'm sure he can let you know some of the other items that you have for sale if you're interested. So, Dave, thank you for checking in. If you want to stick around, we'll get back to you in a few minutes for the round table. So, thanks for participating in the SwapNet. So, it's been a while since we had SwapNet traffic. Okay, does any other station have SwapNet traffic you'd like to pass along? Okay, just everybody stand by. I gotta put all my papers away. Hold on. This is K9GCR with the Friday Night Fun and the W9AXD Repeater Rockford transmitting from Friday Night Fun at Central and Freeport. Okay, let's move on with the roundtable. Let's see. This being Memorial Day weekend, I'm asking everybody if you served in the military or if you have any families or family members who are currently serving or who at one time did serve. Larry, K9KZT, do you have any family members serving in the military or did you serve or what's the situation?
Good evening, Jim. K9KZT here. Yes, I served, I volunteered, and I served from 1964-65 and the start of 1965-66 and the start of 1967. And if you don't mind, I have a very short poem I'd like to read on honor of Memorial Day. Is that okay?
You go right ahead.
Thank you. It is the soldier, not the minister, who has given us the freedom of religion. It is the soldier, not the reporter, who has given us freedom of the press. It is the soldier, not the poet, who has given us freedom of speech. It is the soldier, not the campus organizer, who has given us freedom to protest. It is the soldier, not the lawyer, who has given us the right to a fair trial. Reset. It is the soldier, not the politician, who has given us the right to vote. It is the soldier who salutes the flag, who serves beneath the flag, and whose coffin is draped by the flag, who allows the protester to burn the flag. And that was written by Charles Province. It's called A Soldier's Poem. Back to you, Jim. K9KZT.
Thank you very much, Larry. I was trying to look for that poem myself, and I couldn't find it. Bob Bucher, the voice of the Milwaukee Brewers, he served in the Army. Every Memorial Day, when the Brewers are home, he always reads that poem, and I'm definitely impressed. It is very true too. It's the soldier who provides all these freedoms for us in this wonderful country of ours. Okay, and thank you for your service. Thanks to your family members for their service too. Thanks for that, and thanks for checking in, Larry. Let's see. K9HDX, Larry and Roscoe. What's going on with you? Do you have any family members serving in the military or who formerly served at one time?
KC9JCR, KD9HKX. Good evening, Jim, and good evening to everyone else on that tonight. I have not, and none of my generation or my brothers served. We were between conflicts, as it were. Vietnam just ended as we were coming of age, so we did not. My father and several uncles served in various capacities in World War II. I had on my mother's father's side a relation who served in the Spanish-American War, and if you go back enough greats, I have a great etc. grandfather who was in an Illinois unit that fought at the Battle of Vicksburg, and then he also went on with Sherman's detachment and in the march to Atlanta, and then back north from there. So a lot of distinguished soldiers in our family, and I'm proud of everything that they've done for our country, and I would say thank you to Larry, K9KZT, for his service, and to anyone else out there tonight who's been an active military member. And with that, I'll turn it back to you, Jim. Case 9 GCR, KD9HKX.
Sounds good there, Larry. Thanks for checking in, and thanks to your family members for their service to this country, even though it was many years ago. So okay, that sounds good. I'm sure we'll probably hear from you during the trivia segment we'll be holding later on. So thanks for taking in. Mike, KD9MED, I know you served in the military. So what that tell us about?
KD9MED here. Thank you, Jimmy. Yes, I did. But just to back up a little bit on the family history on my side, my Polish grandfather and his brother both served in World War I. I've got a really cool, ancient-looking picture that I'll probably post here sometime soon. My father, he actually worked for was in the Army as well, World War II, Signal Corps as a photographer. Brief reset. And for myself, I was in the early 80s during the Cold War. I was a Pershing missile crew member, both for the Pershing 1A and Pershing 2 short-range nuclear missile. I was stationed over there in the former West Germany, down in Neu-Ulm, where the world's largest cathedral is. And this is KD9MED, back to net.
Thanks to you and your family for your service to this country. That is definitely wonderful. That's so okay. Sounds good there, Mike. So we'll just then thank you for checking in, and thanks for all you do. So okay, we'll move on. N9GBP, Greg in Rockford. Do you have any family members serving or who formerly served in the military at one time?
N9GBP here. Well, I've got a couple of cousins and an uncle who served. I wasn't able to sign up myself for medical reasons, but I'm sure proud of my relatives that were in. Got a cousin who was in the Air Force, and my uncle was he was a medic in Vietnam. And then another cousin is, actually I'm not sure if he's still in the Army or he might have gotten out last year. Anyway, that's about it from here.
Thanks to your family for your service to this country. So, okay, and thank you for checking in. Okay, Kerry, K9MED, do you have any family members serving or who formerly served in the military at one time?
This is KD9MED. I did not. I was eligible for the Vietnam draft, but my number never came up. I have to admit, I think I don't have the personal qualities to make a good soldier. My uncles Harvey and Ernie both served in Europe during World War II, and they didn't talk a lot about it, and they're gone now, and I kind of wish they had said some things about it. But I salute all of you who have served. It must take a lot of stamina and a lot of endurance and a lot of character to be a soldier. KD9MED.
Well, okay, well, I'll tell you what, I wasn't, because of my disability, I was classified as 4F. I remember going to the post office when I was in high school and appearing before the draft board. This was back in 1966. I was 18 at the time, and I knew I wouldn't be able to go, but I still have my draft card with me in my billfold, in my wallet. So I'm classified as a 4F. Being legally blind, couldn't serve, but I respect all of the people who served and in years past and who are serving today. And let's hope we do not have to get in a war with Russia or China or North Korea or Iran. So we'll just have to see what happens with the situation with Ukraine and what's going to happen. Finland and Sweden are going to join the NATO after being neutral for so many years. We'll see what happens. So, okay. Thanks to Kerry for checking in. Okay. H9GO checked out. Dave and Broadhead, A9YE. Do you have any family members currently serving in the military, or who did at one time? Dave, thanks to your family members for their service to this wonderful country. So that's good to hear. Okay, Dave, thanks for checking in. Okay, this concludes my list. Are there any more stations you'd like to check in the Friday Night Fun at this time? You ever coming home with your Friday night fish fry, steak fry, or grocery shopping? You're getting ready for that big Memorial Day picnic this weekend, this Monday? Or if you have been coming home from the show, if you just came home, turned your radio on, or you've been copying the mail for the last 49 to 50 minutes, this is your chance to check in the Friday Night Fun that remain in the region and without traffic. Please call KC9GCR.
KC9GCR, this is KD9QDO checking in.
KC9GCR. This is KC9YI checking in.
Okay, I've got two stations that check in. KC9YI, Scott Monroe. I'll get back to you in a minute. That last station trying to check it, that Kilo Delta 9 call. Come back with that call, but slowly, please.
KD9 QDO.
Kilo Delta 9, Quebec, Delta, Foxtrot. You might want to repeat your call phonetically, if you would, please.
Kilo Delta 9, Quebec, Delta, Oscar.
Quebec, Delta, and what's the last letter of your call?
Oh, Oscar.
K9QDO. Okay, I've got you checked in. Are you talking about Memorial Day? do you have any family members who are currently serving or at one time served in the military?
This is KD9QDO, Matt from McChesney. Yes, I currently a veteran myself, did 4 years in the U.S. Air Force.
Okay, Matt, yeah, we haven't heard you in a while. That's why that call rang a bell. So, that sounds good. Okay. Matt, thank you for your service, and thank you for checking the Friday Night Fun Net. Don't be a stranger next time. Okay. K9YI, Scott and Monroe. What's going on with you? Do you have any family members who are currently serving or at one time served in the military?
Oh, good evening, Jim. Yeah, we just got done with supper and got back here at the radio. No, not very many served in the military in my family. Did have a brother-in-law that was in the Air Force in Europe during the Cold War era. And you'd have to go back to great-great-grandfather that I think he was in Libby prison, but he was, I think, in the Wisconsin regiment. But don't know too much about that, but that goes back quite a few years. So salute to all the veterans and for their service and commitment to the country. And so anyway, back to that, KC9GCR, this is KC9YI.
Scott, thank you to your family members for their service to this country. So, okay, sounds good. We'll begin doing the trivia segment later on. And, of course, Scott, K9YI is net control of the Greene County Aries Net, which meets every Sunday evening at 7:30 p.m. on the 145.110 repeater in Monroe with a PL 123.0 minus offset. It's a combination Aries races and Raccoon Net. Now, there will not be a net this coming Sunday night since it's Memorial Day weekend. Everybody's be out and about, but they'll pick the net up again on next Sunday, June the 5th. Scott, thank you for checking in. Okay, any more stations you want to check in the Friday Night Fun Net? Please call now. This is K9GCR, net control of the Friday Night Fun Net. As I said earlier, a few minutes ago, I was not able to serve in the military by disability, legally blind, but I did have to go to, in 1966, after I turned 18, I was still in high school, I had to go to the draft board, come to Freeport to the post office, met with the draft board. Stand by hotline. That was KC9UQL Scott in Monticello, Wisconsin. He can hear me, but unfortunately I'm not able to hear him, so he called on the hotline. So we'll put him down right now. KC9UQL. Okay. We'll put him down as a little HL for hotline check-in. K9UQL. Okay. as I was saying, in high school I went to the post office here in Freeport to appear before the draft board. They gave me my draft card, which I still carry in my wall to this day. I had family members serving in the military. One of my aunts, she was an Army nurse. She served in the CBI theater, China, Burma, India theater. In fact, she returned with like some kind of an ashtray, which I still have. I don't smoke, but that ashtray was from India, so I keep that. And let's see, my grandfather was in the United States Cavalry he served in the Spanish-American War and the Philippine Insurrection. So that's I did have his old uniform, but I since gave it to the Stevenson County Historical Society. So I got that. And I got one. My dad, he was not in the military, but during World War II, he was a member of the Civil Defense. He was a guard at the old Fairbanks Morris plant here in Freeport. Fairbanks Morris was one of the defense plants here in Freeport. Of course, they also have a plant in Beloit, which is still operational. So that was about it. I had one of my cousins who went to West Point, but that was about it. So that's my family's military history. So I thank them for their service. Okay. Any more stations who would like to check into the Friday Night Fun Net, please call now.
KB9SSB.
This is K9G, Sergeant of Friday Night Fun Net, the W9AXD Repeater in Rockford. Well, come back with that call, and would you repeat it phonetically if you would, please?
Kilo Bravo 9, Sugar Victor.
Kilo Bravo 9, Sugar Victor, is that correct?
That is a Roger.
Okay, I don't believe, if you checked in before, I don't remember. What's your name, or where are you located at?
Name here is Mike, like Mike India, Kilo Echo. And I'm up in Roscoe, Illinois.
That's great. Welcome to the Friday Night Fun Net. This net meets each every Friday evening at 8 p.m. here on this repeater. If for any reason we can't use this repeater, we'll use the 147.195 repeater in Rockford, the PL 114.8 plus offset. I'm asking Mike, pleasure meeting your acquaintance. I'm asking the question, did you or do you have any family members currently serving or who formerly served in the military?
Yes. Two older brothers, they're over in Vietnam. And my father was a warrant officer in World War II. Did the Omaha Beach and all that stuff. And got a nephew. He just got out. He did all the Iraqi and stuff.
Thanks to you and thanks to your family for their service to this wonderful country of ours. And thank you for checking the Friday Night Fun Net. Again, we meet every Friday evening at 8 p.m. here on this repeater. So, okay, 7-3, have a good evening, and have a safe and same Memorial Day. Same goes for your family. Okay, any more stations want to check in at this time? Please call now. Okay, now at this time, we're going to do Friday Night Fun Net Trivia. This is for the benefit of the new people who are studying for their first ham radio license. Of course, I'll read questions from ARRL's Tech. general and extra Q&A books. This is a lot of people listen to us on the scanner because they can't listen to police communications anymore unless they have a very expensive digital scanner, which receives a Starcom 21 or P25 signals. You can still pick up fire and EMS traffic on VHF analog frequencies. Of course, a lot of people listen to us just for the enjoyment of it. That's how several people got into this hobby, by listening to this net on the scanner. So, by the way, there will be a VE testing session on Saturday, June 25th at the Ogle County Fairgrounds. That will take place during the field day activities down there. So, okay, okay, first question in the Tech Q&A. What might be the problem if a repeater user says your transmissions are breaking up on voice peaks? A, you have the incorrect offset. B, you need to talk louder. C, you are talking too loudly. D, your transmit power is too high. What might be the problem if a repeater user says your transmissions are breaking up on voice peaks? A, you have the incorrect offset. B, you need to talk louder. C, if you are talking too loudly. D, your transmit power is too high. Anybody have a correct answer to this question?
Memorial Day is currently working 14 decimal 235. I say again, they are currently working 14 decimal 235. And they are 518, 598 at my Central Illinois location.
Okay, I'll read this question one more time. What might be the problem if a repeater user says your transmissions are breaking up on voice peaks? A, you have the incorrect offset. B, you need to talk louder. C, you are talking too loudly. D, your transmit power is too high. Anybody have a correct answer to this question?
AZT, I'll just C.
You are correct, Larry. You are correct. What might be the problem if a repeater user says your transmissions are breaking up on voice peaks? Correct answer is C, Charlie. You are talking too loudly. An overmodulated FM signal has excessive deviation and is said to be over-deviating. Over-deviation is usually caused by speaking too loudly into the microphone and may cause interference on adjacent channels. It often generates noise or distortion on voice peaks called breaking up. To reduce over-deviation, speak more softly or move the microphone further from your mouth. And read the license manual, page 5-8. Find another one here. Okay, I'm trying not to read the same questions over again, so try to see if we can find another one there. Did we? Okay. What are the frequency limits of the VHF spectrum? A, 30 to 300 kilohertz. B, 30 to 300 megahertz. C, 300 to 3,000 kilohertz. D, 300 to 3,000 megahertz. It's kind of a tricky question there. What are the frequency limits of the VHF spectrum? A, 30 to 300 kilohertz. B, 30 to 300 megahertz. C, 300 to 3,000 kilohertz. D, 300 to 3,000 megahertz. Anybody correct to answer this question?
KD9MED really likes B Bravo.
You are correct, Terry. You are correct. What are the frequency limits of the VHF spectrum? Correct answer is B Bravo, 30 to 300 megahertz. They have a chart there below, which we won't bother with. So we'll find another question. Okay. Oh God. Oh, I read that question. I don't want. I'm trying to avoid the same questions. So, yeah, I read that one. I don't want to read that again. Yeah. We read that one. I'm not reading that again. Okay. All right. Which of the following can be used to enter the operating frequency on a modern transceiver? A, the keypad or VFO knob. B, the CTCSS or DTMF encoder. C, the automatic frequency control. D, all these choices are correct. Which of the following can be used to enter the operating frequency on a modern transceiver? A, the keypad or VFO knob. B, the CTCSS or DTMF encoder. C, the automatic frequency control. D, all these choices are correct. Anybody correct to answer this question?
KD9HKX A alpha.
You are correct, Larry. You are correct. Which of the following can be used to enter the operating frequency on a modern transceiver? Correct answer is A alpha, the keypad or VFO knob. Excuse me. The control used for tuning is the VFO, an abbreviation for variable frequency oscillator. In older radios, the VFO knob changes the frequency of an oscillator circuit that in turn determines the radio's operating frequency. In most current radios, the VFO control is read by a microprocessor that controls the radio's frequency. Some radios also have a keypad that you can use to enter the frequencies directly. Ham radio license manual, page 5-6. Find another question here. Okay. Okay. Which of the following is combined with an inductor to make a tuned circuit? A, resistor. B, Zener diode. C, potentiometer. D, capacitor. Which of the following is combined with an inductor to make a tuned circuit? A, resistor. B, Zener or diode. C, potentiometer. D, capacitor. Anybody correct to answer this question?
KB9SSV, I'll go with Delta.
You are correct. K9SSV, you are correct. Which of the following is combined with an inductor to make a tuned circuit? Correct answer is D, delta, capacitor. Circuits that contain both a capacitor and an inductor are called resonant circuits or tuned circuits. Ham radio license manual, page 3-10. All right, let's find another one here. I read that one a while back. I ain't reading it again. Okay, I don't know how many of you use a satellite or to communicate or not. I don't, but I'm going to read this question anyway. What mode of transmission is used by amateur radio satellites? A, SSB. B, FM. C, CW/data. D, all these choices are correct. What mode of transmission is used by amateur radio satellites? A, SSB. B, FM. C, CW/data. D, all these choices are correct. Anybody have a correct answer to this question? Okay, I guess not many use satellites to communicate with, so I'll read the question and give the correct answer. What mode of transmission is used by amateur radio satellites? Correct answer, well, A, SSB, B, B, FM, C, CW, the data. Well, the correct answer is D delta. All of these choices are correct. Satellites can use any amateur signal mode. The most common are SSB, FM, CW, and data. So, we'll move on to another question. I'm not reading that one. Okay. Why is coaxial cable the most common feed line selected for amateur radio antenna systems? A. It is easy to use and requires few special installation considerations. B. It has less loss than any other type of feed line. C. It can handle more power than any other type of feed line. D. It is less expensive than any other type of feed line. Why is coaxial cable the most common feed line selected for amateur radio antenna systems? A. It is easy to use and requires few special installation considerations. B. It has less loss than any other type of feed line. C. It can handle more power than any other type of feed line. D. It is less expensive than any other type of feed line. Anybody have a correct answer to this question?
KD9HKX, A alpha.
You are correct, Larry. You are correct. Why is coaxial cable the most common feed line selected for amateur radio antenna systems? Correct answer is A alpha. It is easy to use and requires few special installation considerations. A coax is flexible, is unaffected by weather, and can be routed into bundles and next to insulating or conducting supports. Ham radio license manual, page 4-9. All right. Couple more. We'll find it here. Okay. Let's see, we can find, okay, all right. One of the toughest questions in the Tech General and Extra Q&A, your tower questions, of course. Those of you who will soon begin your new ham radio licenses, someday down the road, you're going to be involved in a tower climbing expedition, if you will. You'll either be climbing the tower itself, or you'll be part of a ground support crew. This next question, when you guys go down to Oregon on June 25th for the VE testing session, this next question might be the one that puts you over the top as far as getting your tech license. Which of the following is good practice when installing ground wires on a tower for lightning protection? A. Put a loop in the ground connection to prevent water damage to the ground system. B. Make sure that all bends in the ground wires are clean, right-angled bends. C. Ensure that connections are short and direct. D. All of these choices are correct. Which of the following is good practice when installing the ground wires on a tower for lightning protection? A. Put a loop in the ground connection to prevent water damage to the ground system. B. Make sure that all bends in the ground wires are clean, right-angle bends. C. Ensure that connections are short and direct. D. All of these choices are correct. Anybody have a correct answer to this question?
KD9HKX, C Charlie.
You are correct, Larry. You are correct. Which of the following is good practice when installing ground wires on a tower for lightning protection? Correct answer is C Charlie. Ensure that connections are short and direct. Okay, everybody did good today on the technician's portion. So, okay. Those of you who are prepared to take your test, hope you wrote down the answers to these questions. Memorize them in your head. don't take your answers to the VE session in Oregon next month, or you'll end up in the doghouse. You don't want to be caught cheating. Before we continue with trivia, do we have any more stations who'd like to check in the Friday Night Fun Net? Please call now. Okay, next we're going to read some questions from the general Q&A. By the way, at the end of next month, I'm going to have a new Tech Q&A book. If I want to continue to do these tech trivia questions, because the old one expires, the one I'm using now will expire on June 30th. So got a little more than about a month left before I have to get a new Tech Q&A book. So, okay. Okay. I'm trying to... I gotta be here. Okay. Those of you who work CW should know the next answer this question by heart. What pro sign is set to indicate the end of a formal message when using CW? A, SK, B, BK, C, AR, D, KN. What pro sign is set to indicate the end of a formal message when using CW? A, SK, B, BK, C, AR, D, KN. Anybody have a correct answer to this question?
SSV Alpha.
Sorry, that is not correct. Thanks for trying anyway. Anybody else want to give it a shot?
Ken.
Go ahead.
This is November 9, Oscar Echo Golf. Good evening, Jimmy. This is Chris from South Beloit, and I have no traffic.
K9RFD, Chris in South Beloit. Hey, this is a special Memorial Day edition of Friday Night Fun Net. I'm asking everybody, if you have family members who are currently serving or at one time did serve in the military, what do you say?
I haven't served in the military, but my father was in the Navy during Korea. And thank goodness he was stationed in the Mediterranean. But, yeah, my dad was in the Navy during the 1950s.
Congratulations to your dad for his service to this wonderful country of ours. Okay, Chris, are you doing anything special for Memorial Day, or is it just going to be a normal day?
It's pretty much going to be a normal day. Just stick around the house, and on Monday, just to keep cool.
I understand. Here, I called the mayor's office here in Freeport to find out if there's going to be a Memorial Day parade this year. No, there will not be a parade here in Freeport. This would be the fourth year in a row that there was no Memorial Day parade. In 2019, when they were about to get underway, it rained, we had a heavy downpour, and the parade was canceled. In the 2020 and last year was canceled due to the pandemic. And Gary Eisenhower of the local Vietnam chapter, who has been doing it for years, decided he was not going to do it anymore. So I called the mayor's office. They told me there would be no, the city clerk answered the phone. She said no, there was no parade this year. So it'll be just another quiet, normal day here at home. Chris, thank you for checking the Friday Night Fun Net. Enjoy your evening, enjoy your weekend.
Thank you, Jimmy, and you as well, and I hope you keep cool on Monday. I guess it's supposed to get up to 95, so N9OEG back to net control.
It's going to be great. This is the kind of weather we hope for, pray for, and dream about when it's 20 degrees below zero outside. That's when we're really going to enjoy it. They say the Memorial Day is the unofficial start of summer, so I think we can say summer will be here. Thanks for checking in, Chris. Have a good evening. Enjoy your holiday. Any more stations want to check in the Friday Night Fun net, please call now. Okay, I'm going to read this last question I read. I'm going to read, and I'm going to go ahead and give the correct answer. What pro sign is sent to indicate the end of a formal message when using CW? Well, the correct answer is C Charlie AR, or Alpha Romeo. And the discussion is rather lengthy, so I'm not going to bother reading it. So let's move on. Okay, okay, here's another one. Which of the following is a use for the IF shift control on a receiver? A, to avoid interference from stations very close to the received frequency. B, to change frequency rapidly. C, to permit listening on a different frequency from that on which you are transmitting. D, to tune in stations that are slightly off frequency without changing your transmit frequency. Which of the following is a use for the IF shift control on a receiver? A, to avoid interference from stations very close to the received frequency. B, to change frequency rapidly. C, to permit listening on a different frequency from that on which you are transmitting. D, to tune in stations that are slightly off frequency without changing your transmit frequency. Does anybody have a correct answer to this question?
Kilowatt Echo 9 Norway.
KD9MED, hello, Kurt. What do you say? What answer do you want to give?
If I remember the answers, I think it's A.
You are correct, Kurt. You are correct. Which of the following is a use for the IF shift control on a receiver? The correct answer is A, alpha, to avoid interference from stations very close to the received frequency. Pass band or IF shift adjusts the receiver's pass band above or below the displayed carrier frequency to avoid interfering signals. This results in a shift in tone of the received signal, but often improves intelligibility. General Class License Manual, page 5-20. Okay, KE9N. Okay, what's going on now? I'm asking a question, of course. Do you have any family members who are currently serving or formerly did serve in the military? Now, I know about your son serving in the Marine Corps, but so that's about it there. So what else is happening with you, and what do you got planned for this weekend?
KC9GCR, KE9M. Well, yep, you're right. My son is still in the military. He's in, it's a computer field. I'm trying to think of what it is. It's analysis with internet traffic and things like that. And he actually works at the NSA. And he's been in for, about 12 years now, maybe more than that. But anyhow, I wasn't in the military. I did, it was right toward the end of Vietnam. And I think I did register for the draft. But then it kind of ended, and so I wasn't drafted. My father was in the military. He was in the Army, and he was actually a radio operator in the Army. That goes back to World War II. But other than that, that's about it, Jimmy. And what are we going to do this weekend? Well, let's see, Monday, the other two kids and their families are going to be over, so we're going to have grandkids running around and stuff like that. So that's what's going on. Back to you.
Okay, sounds good there, Kurt. Yeah, you know, I neglected to ask that question when the other station I was asking the question of what they were doing over the holidays. But I figured that's what they're probably going to be doing, get together and having a picnic and what have you there. Okay, Kurt. Hey, thanks for checking into the Friday Night Fun Net, and you have a safe and sane holiday weekend.
Okay, I'm sure it'll be safe. I don't know how sane it'll be with me, you know, but that's okay. That's another story. KC9GCR, KE9N.
Oh, okay, sounds good. For me, it's just going to be a regular, normal Monday. We're not having a parade here in Freeport, so that's about it. Just a regular day. So, okay. I'll tell you what. Continuing on with the trivia, I'm going to read some questions from the extra Q&A. See if I can see what I can find here. Okay. What is the National Radio Quiet Zone? A. An area in Puerto Rico surrounding the Arecibo Radio Telescope. B. An area in New Mexico surrounding the White Sands Test Area. C. An area surrounding the National Radio Astronomy Observatory. D. An area in Florida surrounding the Cape Canaveral. What is the National Radio Quiet Zone? A. An area in Puerto Rico surrounding the Arecibo Radio Telescope. B. An area in New Mexico surrounding the White Sands Test Area. C. An area surrounding the National Radio Astronomy Observatory. D. An area in Florida surrounding Cape Canaveral. Anybody have a correct answer to this question?
KD9MED is going with C, Charlie.
You are correct, Gary. You are correct. What is the National Radio Quiet Zone? Correct answer. C, Charlie. An area surrounding the National Radio Astronomy Observatory. The National Radio Quiet Zone protects the radio astronomy facilities for the National Radio Astronomy Observatory in Green Bank, West Virginia, and the Naval Research Laboratory at Sugar Grove, West Virginia. It is composed of parts of the states of Maryland, West Virginia, and Virginia. 97.3 extra class license manual page 3-20. Okay. We'll move on to another one here. All right. Those of you who work slow scan TV should know the correct answer to this question by heart. What signals SSTV receiving software to begin a new picture line? A. Specific tone frequencies. B. Elapsed time. C. Specific tone amplitudes. D. Two-tone signal. What signals SSTV receiving software to begin a new picture line? A. Specific tone frequencies. B. Elapsed time. C. Specific tone amplitudes. D. A two-tone signal. Anybody correct answer to this question? Okay, I guess we don't have anybody who works slow scan TV, so I'll read the question and give the correct answer. What signals SSTV receiving software to begin a new picture line? Correct answer is A alpha, specific tone frequencies. The standard method of transmitting analog SSTV on the HF bands uses an SSB transmitter. The raster control signals, such as horizontal and vertical sync pulses, and image video are encoded as different tones that are transmitted as regular audio over the SSB channel. The extra class license manual page 8-23. And then there used to be a lot of hams around here in the area who worked at the TV. So, okay, we'll find another question here. Okay, here's one. When a meteor strikes the Earth's atmosphere, a cylindrical region of free electrons is formed at what layer of the atmosphere? A, the E layer, B, the F1 layer, C, the F2 layer, D, the D layer. When a meteor strikes the Earth's atmosphere at a cylindrical region of free electrons is formed at what layer of the atmosphere? Ionosphere, I should say. A, the E layer, B, the F1 layer, C, the F2 layer, D, the D layer. Anybody correct to answer this question?
KD9MED's wild guess is the F2 layer.
Okay, Kerry. Well, sorry, that's not correct, but hey, thanks for trying anyway. I don't read these extra questions that much anyway, but thanks for trying. Anybody else want to give it a try? Okay. When a meteor strikes the Earth's atmosphere, a cylindrical region of free electrons is formed at what layer of the ionosphere? Well, the correct answer is A alpha, the E layer. Meteor scatter communication makes extended range VHF contacts possible by using the ionized meteor trail as a reflector. As a meteoroid speeds through the upper atmosphere, it begins to burn or vaporize as it collides with air molecules. This action creates heat and light and leaves a trail of free electrons and positively charged ions or eons behind as a meteoroid races along. Let me reset. Trail size is directly dependent on meteoroid size and speed. A typical meteoroid is the size of a grain of sand. A particle this size creates a trail about 3 feet in diameter and 12 miles or longer, depending on speed. Meteor trails are formed at approximately the altitude of the ionospheric E layer, 50 to 75 miles above the Earth. Extra class slides and manual page 10-16. Okay. Some of this I'm gonna skip. I ain't gonna bother with. Oh, good Lord. Okay. What is a common use for point contact diodes? A, as a constant current source. B, as a constant voltage source. C, as an RF detector. D, as a high voltage rectifier. What is a common use for point contact diodes? A, as a constant current source. B, as a constant voltage source. C, as an RF detector. D, as a high voltage rectifier. Anybody correct to answer this question?
KD9APZ.
Hey, Al, good hearing from you. Go ahead.
I'm going to guess C is in Charlie.
You are correct, Al. You are correct. What is a common use for a point contact diode? So correct answer is C, Charlie, as an RF detector. Point contact diodes have much less internal capacitance than p-n junction diodes. This means that point contact diodes are better suited for RF applications. They are frequently used in RF detection circuits. Extra class license manual page 5-5. Okay, Al. Where I'm asking a question tonight, this is the special Memorial Day edition of the net. Do you have any family members who are currently serving or did serve in the military at one time?
My father served in the military. I did not. Other than ROTC when I was younger, but I never actually ended up in the service. I guess I didn't pass my physical. I wasn't totally rejected from the draft system, but I was, I wasn't a 4F, which is women and children first, but I was a 1Y, which is just before women and children.
Okay. Well, I said earlier during the net, of course, you weren't with us at the time, but I was back when I was in high school. I just turned 18. I came to Freeport to the post office. This was back in 1966 to appear before the draft board. I was classified as a 4F. I still have my draft card with me in my wallet, so I carry it with me. So that's with my disability, I was legally blind. I couldn't serve in the military, but I always have. I respect those who served and who are serving. That's about it.
And I still couldn't go in now. I probably didn't get on the net sooner. I was on the phone with my sister discussing. My doctor came here today and says I have to go into the hospital do some more tests. But apparently I have fairly serious heart failure, unfortunately, and it's scaring the heck out of me because it's what I lost my mother to. But I guess there's nothing I can do about it. I just gotta leave it in God's hands. But I'm gonna be back in a few minutes, or you just go ahead with the net, because my patio door is open and my furnace just kicked on, and especially at the cost of gas these days, I've no sense of warming up the neighborhood.
Oh boy! Well, first of all, Al, I'm sorry to hear about your situation. We'll be praying for you. But yeah, you better get that. You won't need to run a furnace now anymore, that's for sure. You run that AC though, starting Sunday. Okay, Al, we'll let you do what you gotta do, and you can recheck in. Thanks for checking the Friday Night Fun Day. We'll talk to you in a few minutes. Okay, this is going to be the last question of the evening. Why are switching amplifiers more efficient than linear amplifiers? A. Switching amplifiers operate at higher voltages. B. The power transistor is at saturation or cutoff most of the time. C. Linear amplifiers have much gain. Let's see. Linear amplifiers have high gain resulting in higher harmonic contact. D. Switching amplifiers use push-pull circuits. Why are switching amplifiers more efficient than linear amplifiers? A. Switching amplifiers operate at higher voltages. B. The power transistor is at saturation or cutoff most of the time. B. Linear amplifiers have high gain resulting in higher harmonic content. D. Switching amplifiers use push-pull circuits. Anybody have a correct answer to this question?
KD9MED thinks that B Bravo sounds plausible.
Well, Terry, you are correct. You are correct. Why are switching amplifiers more efficient than linear amplifiers? Correct answer is B Bravo. The power transistor is at saturation or cutoff most of the time. When the switching transistor is fully on or saturated or off, cutoff, it dissipates a little power as a switch. By keeping the transistor in this state as much as possible, the amplifier can be more efficient than a linear amplifier. Extra Class License Manual, page 6-12. This concludes Friday Night Fun Net trivia for this evening. We'll do it again next Friday night at this time. Okay. Are there any more stations who'd like to check into the Friday Night Fun Net? Please call now.
Good evening, Jimmy. W9JTC checking in.
W9JTC, Jamie in Rockford. Okay, Jamie, I've got you checked in. The question tonight, this is a special Memorial Day edition of Friday Night Fun Net. I'm asking everybody, do you have any family members currently serving in the military, or did you have any family members who at one time did serve in the military?
Well, good evening, Jimmy, and everybody on the net. Hopefully everybody has a wonderful Memorial Day. My brother served in the military. He was in the Army back when they were still East and West Germany. He served in, I think it was out of Frankfurt, Germany, if I'm not mistaken, back in the 80s. I have a cousin who served in the Air Force up until a few years ago. He's a lobbyist now for the U.S. Air Force in Washington. Let's see, I have two great uncles, one that is missing in action from the Korean War, and my other great uncle was would have been my dad's uncle. Yep, he was in World War II. So we do have some family members who have served in some in arenas of war and some during peacetime. So I didn't serve. I wished I would have, but I did not. So. But anyway, Jimmy, thanks. I've been listening along. I just had my grandson asleep in my arms, and I couldn't pick up the radio because it was across the room. But I have been listening for a little while there. So great topic tonight, and I was pretty good with the trivia questions, but I was answering in silence. Thanks for being there, Jimmy, and great net as always, sir. W9JTC Portable.
You're welcome, Jamie. Well, let's hope somewhere down the road you'll hear about your uncle. I'll tell you, I heard I think it was on the Farm Progress America or whatever, the Midwest Digest with Max Armstrong yesterday on the WEKG in Monroe. Tomorrow in a small town, Missouri, they're going to have the funeral service for a sailor who was killed in the attack on Pearl Harbor. They found him. It took years and years before they were able to identify him. He was first buried in a mass grave, then they disinterred him and reburied him in different places. Well, they finally identified him, so he's finally they didn't say what ship he was on, but I figured maybe it might have been the Oklahoma, because they've identified all the dead on board that ship. So they're gonna have a full-fledged military funeral tomorrow, and I think it's in northwest Missouri, and they're gonna have that funeral service tomorrow. And okay, Jamie, I just want to let you know. Hopefully, you'll get a chance to do the rag tune there tomorrow night.
Yeah, I do plan on it, Jimmy. I don't think I have anything on the calendar unless something pops up, which out of the ordinary, which it shouldn't. So I look forward to trying my hand at it and see how I do. So I got a couple of good topics in mind, so we'll see how things flow with that. So anyway, Jimmy, again, thanks for running a great net, sir, and we'll talk to you tomorrow night. W9JTC.
You're welcome, Jamie 73. Have a good night. We'll talk to you tomorrow night. Okay. Any more stations you want to check the Friday Night Fun Net? Please call now. Okay. Now I'm going to give you a rundown of all the other nets we have in the area. In about exactly 15 minutes at 10 o'clock, if you're able to pick up the 443.750 repeater in Chicago, PL 114.8 plus offset, Night Watch will get underway. That runs 7 nights a week. It all depends. I don't know how much of a turnout they'll get on Friday nights here, because they usually have something else going on that night, on tonight, Friday night. So. Last week, I think they got done, last night I should say, they got done just shortly after 11 o'clock. It all depends on who is net control and how many check-ins they get. Sometimes that net runs for an hour and a half, or longer than that. Again, it's Night Watch, the Night Watch net on the 443.750 repeater in Chicago, the PL 114.8 plus offset. If you cannot get in the repeater, they do check-ins. They take check-ins via the echo link. And yes, tomorrow evening at 8 p.m. here in this repeater, with the Jamie W9AXD as your net control station. We'll have the Saturday evening rag tune net. We go around a few times. Jamie says she has a couple of topics you want to talk about, but you can talk about anything. We go around a few times. I think it was last week or 2 weeks ago, they were all mostly talking about cars. But do check. We usually get a good turnout. We usually get about 9 or 10 check-ins. We usually run for, I think last week, they were running about close to an hour and a half. They were talking about education and going to college and what have you, the whole 9 yards with that. So, okay. Okay, now, I had said this earlier. Greene County Aries Net is held every Sunday evening at 7:30 p.m. on the 145.110 repeater in Monroe with PL 123.0 minus offset. However, this coming Sunday night, I should say, there will be no net with Memorial Day holiday. They usually do this like on Memorial Day and Labor Day weekends. They figure everybody will be out traveling, well, and nobody will be in their radios. Oh well, hey, I'll be near my radio on Sunday nights because I don't travel at all. And yes, tomorrow after immediately following the Saturday evening rag tune net, if you can pick up the 146.910 repeater in Milwaukee with a PL of 127.3 minus offset, there is a Saturday night fun net which is held. That net is a lot more structured than this one. Checking a certain way, and some of the topics they talk about I wouldn't even dream of bringing up on this net. Sunday evenings at 8 p.m. on the 147.375 repeater in Belvedere, PL 100.0 plus offset. The Big Thunder Amps Radio Club holds its Sunday evening net. Then also at 8 p.m. on the 146.850 repeater in Sterling, PL 114.8 minus offset. The Whiteside County Aries group holds its Sunday evening net. You shouldn't have any problem getting into that repeater. The antenna is about 300 feet in the air on the Illinois State Police District 1 radio tower. Now, they just recently started up the Savannah net again. That's on the 147.135 repeater in Savannah. That is a PL of 107.2, I should say, plus offset. They did not have a net last Sunday, but we did do a little bit of rag tuning on there, but that's about it. The Monday evenings on this repeater at 7 o'clock, we got the Monday evening round info net. Larry, K9KCT, and I share dues of net control, so I guess it'll be my turn to be in net control. Immediately following that net, Larry, K9KCT will have the CW practice. Then Monday evenings at 8 p.m. on the 146.970 repeater in Dixon. That has a PL of 82.5 minus offset. The Lee County Aries group holds this Monday evening net. Then at 8:30 p.m. on the 146.730 repeater in DeKalb, the PL 100.0 minus offset, the Kishwaukee Amps Radio Club holds its Monday evening net. Okay, Tuesday evenings at 7 p.m. on the 147.195 repeater in Rockford. We have the first of two health and tech nets. Larry H9GO does the Tuesday evening net, and I do the Thursday evening net. We ask everybody how they're doing health-wise, and if they need anything, and if you have any technical questions. Immediately following that net, as well as the Thursday night net, Larry at K9KZT will have another session of CW practice. By the way, I just found out something last night at the end of the CW session after the Health and TechNet. Next Thursday will be the 300th edition of the CW practice. As you remember, we started this as a result of a previous edition of the Friday Night Fun Net. Do you think we should be a CW net? Most everybody said yes, and it's been going strong ever since. Also, Tuesday evenings at 7 p.m. on the 145.450 repeater in Janesville, the PL 123.0 minus offset, the Rock County Amp Radio Club holds its public service net. And don't forget, Tuesday evenings at 8 p.m. on 28.390 megahertz centimeters upper sideband vertical polarization. Rick, K9QDP, holds the North America long wires net. I believe he had about 5 or 6 check-ins this past Tuesday. And also, at 9 p.m. on Tuesdays on the 147.165 repeater in Oregon, PL 146.2 plus offset, the Ogle County Amp Radio Net for Area Skywarn meet. Wednesday evenings at 7 p.m. here in Freeport on the 147.390 repeater, PL 114.8 plus offset. We have the weekly Stevens County Aries net. I'm net control of that net. I believe I had a total of 7 check-ins or whatever. I'd have to look. Then at 7:30 p.m., the Greater Boyne Amp Radio Club holds its Wednesday evening net on the 147.120 repeater in Beloit, PL 123.0 plus offset. I regret to say I'm not able to hear that repeater, let alone get into it. Then at 8 p.m. here in Freeport on the 147.390 repeater, we have our Wednesday evening swap net. Mel, K9RFD, and I share the duties of net control. Mel got back from his trip to Tennessee, so he did this past Wednesday's net, and he'll do next week's net. Yeah, I'll pick it up again in about 2 weeks. Mel brings us Amps Radio Newsline, 15-minute independent news broadcast devoted entirely to Amps Radio. So, of course, I did mention the Thursday evening health and tech net. So just a minute. Oh yeah, the Senile net. They meet every day Monday through Friday from 1400 to 1500 hours Zulu on 28.287 megahertz, 20 meters upper sideband with Chuck, W9DD, W9MED as your net control station. Okay, you're all caught up to date on your local nets. Support your local net control operators, your local nets, your local repeaters. You're a member of any ham radio club, by all means support your local repeaters. Okay, any more stations want to check in the Friday Night Fun at this time? Please call now.
K9FLO.
K9FLO. Okay, Gene, I've got you checked in. I'll get back to you. Get back to you in a minute. There was another station that tried to check in. Other station, come back, please. Unable to copy. You might want to increase your power or change locations. There's a lot of noise with your signal. Let's try that one more time, please. Okay, I need somebody to relay. I cannot copy that station at all. Somebody need to go to the input. Let's try that one more time, please. I'm sorry. We're going to move on. If you can, give me a call on the Friday Night Funnet hotline. Area code 815-232 FNFN 232-3636. I'll take your checking over the phone, but you're not making it on the radio tonight. And meanwhile, I'm going to talk to Dean, K9FLO. Dean, what's going on with you?
KC9JCR, K9FLO. Good evening, Jimmy, and everybody else out there. It's Friday night, the last Friday of the month. How about that? And we're coming into the stretch, the longest daylight period of the year. So you can tell that we're almost at midpoint. And not much happening here. Kind of a quiet evening where I was working on restoring an older radio, so finished that up. And that was probably my excitement for the evening, Jimmy. KC9GCR, K9FLO.
Okay, stand by, Dean. Brian, KD9, QV, B is checked in on the phone. He's gonna check in later on after I get done talking to you, Dean. Yeah, that is very true about one of the longest days of the year. So I'm definitely looking forward to that.
You're right, but we've been waiting almost a year for this, and then it's going to be all over. Then everything starts to get shorter. But our temperature at least hangs in there for a while. Looking forward to the weekend. Hopefully, the weather's going to be moderated. I did a bunch of grass seed last few days, so I want Mother Nature to do its thing and make it grow. That's my excitement in life at the moment there, Jimmy. Go ahead.
Yeah, that's sure. This is the best time of the year as far as I'm concerned. The most wonderful time of the year. June, July, late May, June, July, and August, the summer months. I look forward to this every year. So, okay, Dean, this is Memorial Day, special Memorial Day edition of the net. I'm asking everybody if you had any. Do you have any family members who are currently serving in the military or who at one time did serve in the military?
No family members, no immediate family. I had a nephew that was in the Air Force back about 20 years ago. And other distant relatives were in the service, clear back into the, we've traced it back, clear back into the Civil War. So we got bloodline back to that point, but nothing more recent. But regardless, I'll have a brat or a hot dog or something like that to celebrate it this weekend there, Jimmy.
Okay, so sounds good there, Dean. Monday is just going to be a normal day, a normal Monday. We're not going to have a parade in Freeport this year again. Let's see. This would be let's see. The fourth year in a row we did not have a parade. Of course, 2019 we had a downpour that day, so they canceled it. 2020 and last year was the virus, and last year the guy who organized the Memorial Day parade doesn't want to do it anymore. He quit, so we're not. There's no parade this year. So that, like I said, Friday's just gonna be another normal day.
Well, and years ago, I know they used to have events in Rockford. I don't know if they have it anymore. Probably the COVID didn't help out, but I don't know what's going on. Kind of out of touch on that there, and I couldn't tell you as far as Beloit goes. So we'll watch on TV whatever's going on, and that'll be our big excitement for the day. Other than I think we're gonna run over to the local store and pick up a couple steaks to throw on the grill, and that's probably about as exciting as it's going to get, at least for Sunday or Monday. Maybe go out and spend a whole lot of money and buy some gas for the vehicle. Boy, I tell you what, that's certainly getting pricey. And we were at the store today, and I was surprised the number of items that have gone up in price, and that's gone up a little. They've gone up a lot. So, ouch. The good times, I guess, are still rolling there, Jimmy.
Yeah, that's for sure. Yeah, that's the way it goes. Dean, you have a safe and sane Memorial Day holiday, and we'll definitely talk to you next weekend. And thank you, and thank you for checking into the Friday Night Fun.
Hey, Jimmy, don't have much to talk about tonight, but anyway, glad I made it down here to talk at you. Have a great evening, and we'll catch you next weekend. KC9 GCR K9FL.
3D, thank you for checking in. This is K9 GCR with the Friday Night Fun Net on the W9AXD Repeater in Rockford, transferring for Friday Night Fun Net Central in Freeport. It is now 10 p.m. curfew time. Parents, do you know where your children are at? Lockdown. At this time, the Winnebago County Jail is going into lockdown. Every night at this time, they go into lockdown. I remember Kerry K9MED was telling me he listens to on his scanner. He listens to the county jail frequencies at exactly 10 o'clock. They say lockdown. Okay, Brian, KD9QVB. Are you okay? Are you with us? Come back.
Well, Jimmy, don't go. I've tried to move my antenna. I'm on my HT, so this is KD9QVB. Do you copy me?
I read you. There's still some static with your signal, but it's better than it was earlier. Okay, Brian, what's going on with you? Do you have any family members who are currently serving or who served in the military at one time?
Well, I was just looking on Facebook this evening, and there's a young man that's a son of my wife's cousin.
Okay, Brian, I don't know what happened. You started to say there was a young man, then your signal really got covered by noise. Come on back. Brian, KD9QVB, are you still with us? Brian, I'm sorry, we're not going to be able to make it tonight, but I've got you put down. Son of the Rehab, a safe and sane Memorial Day holiday. Same goes for your family, and we'll talk to you down the log. Hopefully conditions will be a lot better. Thank you for checking the Friday Night Fun. Okay, at this time, are there any more stations like to check in the Friday Night Fun Net from anywhere in the region? With route traffic, please call K9 GCR. Okay, I want to, speaking of the Friday Night Fun Net online, you've seen pictures of it on the Facebook page. It's a regular red desktop touchtone telephone. when it rang, you heard it ring. It was a real telephone ring, folks, not that phony baloney cell phone ring. Also, Friday Night Fun at Central Facebook page. Mike K9MED is recording this net for future replay on the Friday Night Fun Net Facebook page. You can listen to this net or any or past editions of the Friday Night Fun Net. So every night is Friday night when you listen to the Friday night the Fun Net, or so then listen to Friday Night Fun Net every night of the week. So you can listen to it every day of the week too. You can listen to it all day or all night when you can't get any sleep. So that's about it there. So okay, any more stations you want to check in? Please call now. Okay, at this time, I'm going to do my honorary check-ins. Okay. N9ARB. HC honorary check-in. As far as I know, Tony is still our EC here in Stevenson County. And we'll do his better half, Tracy. N9TAB. HC honorary check-in. Of course, we mustn't forget the beautiful Kishwaukee River Yacht Club south of Rockford. Scott, A9, Silver Fox. HC honorary check-in. And one of the best guys in the whole... wait, we'll do that. Okay. Justin, K9FEO. I put him down as an honorary check-in last week, and later on he checked in on the radio, so that's good. Hopefully he will check in tonight again. And one of the best guys in the whole world, he doesn't check in every Friday night, but he always listens every Friday night. Richard Belvedere, N9ZO. HC honorary check-in. Let me reset. KD9, KD9LOA. Brandon, HC honorary check-in. And a Marine, Semper Fi Hoorah. Okay, he's checked in, and let's see. And John, KD9OVJ. Okay. W9KLG. Kevin, HC honorary check-in. Okay. AC9JZ. Mike, HC honorary check-in. Let's see. That's 32 check-ins I've had so far. All right, let's see. K9 TSU Vincent Monroe, HC honorary check-in. And you know what? I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put down the Big Dave here in Freeport. N9DLB. HC honorary check-ins. That's 34 check-ins. Okay. Do we have any more stations? I'd check the Friday Night Fun at this time. Please call now. Okay, I want to thank the members of the Round Board of Directors, Board of Trustees, and Board of Directors, and especially Kirk KD9MED, the rah-rah president, and still the repeater chairman, as far as I know, for allowing me to use this repeater to host the Friday Night Fun Net. I'm going to run down the list of stations that checked in so far. Oh, boy. 9 degrees in 2012, 30 degrees in 1992. I'm watching the news on channel 17 there, so, okay. I'm gonna run down the list of stations who've checked in so far during the net. My one and only Oriole Bird check-in, Ricky, WX9RLT. Now these are the stations who've checked in so far during the net. KD9TJL, K9VU, K9QPL, N9CNW, K9KCT, K9HKX, K9MED, N9GBP, K9MAP, H9GO, K9YE, KD9QDO, K9YI, Scott Monroe. Myself, K9GCR, net control, K9UQL, Scott and Ross, and Moscow, Wisconsin, formerly Roscoe. He can hear me, but I couldn't hear him, so he checked on the Friday Night Fun Net hotline. KB9SSV, N9OEG, Chris and South Point, KD9N, Colonel Roscoe, K9EPZ, Alan Rochelle, W9JTC, K9FLO, KD9QVB, and now to my honorary check-ins, N9ARB, N9TAB, AK9SF, K9FEO, N9CO, K9LOA, K9OVJ, W9KLG, H9JZ, K9TSU, and N9DLB. Okay, let me check. How many check-ins I have? Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. 21 on-air check-ins, 1 early bird check-in, 1 hotline check-in, and let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11 honorary check-ins. There were no internet check-ins tonight, so okay. That's it. 34 check-ins so far. Any more stations want to check in the Friday Night Fun Net? Please call now. Okay, be sure you tell your mothers, your fathers, your sons and daughters, your brothers and sisters, your aunts and uncles, your nieces, your nephews, your grandparents, your in-laws, your neighbors across the street, down the street, next door. Be sure you tell your butcher, your baker, your candlestick maker. Be sure you tell the clerk beyond the checkout counter at your grocery store. Be sure you tell the clerk beyond the counter at your convenience store or at your local post office when you buy your stamps or envelopes. Be sure you tell your waiters, your waitresses, and your bartenders at your friendly neighborhood bars, restaurants, taverns, or pubs. Be sure you tell your new car dealer. Be sure you tell your used car dealer, your garage mechanic. Be sure you tell the members of your local PTA or PTO. Be sure you tell your priests, your ministers, your rabbis, your mullahs, your ayatollahs, or your imams. Be sure you tell your stockbroker. Be sure you tell your cashier at your local bank. Okay. Be sure you tell your divorce lawyer, your probation officer, your parole officer. Be sure you tell your boyfriends, your girlfriends, your ex-boyfriends, your ex-girlfriends, your husbands, your wives, your ex-husbands, your ex-wives, your ex-in-laws, and of course your old ladies about the Friday Night Fun Net. The more check-ins, the better than that. Make sure you have a valid FCC license before you check in. We do not take check-ins from jailbirds, jammers, potty mouths, crackheads, dopeheads, potheads, telemarketers. If you raise your fist in the air and take a knee when the national anthem is being played, we don't take your check-ins. If you don't back the blue, we don't take your check-ins. That's plain old all there is to it. And let me remind everybody, this is a big holiday coming up, Memorial Day. Now please, when you sit down to your picnics or whatever this weekend, especially on Monday, please remember what this holiday is all about and why we celebrate Memorial Day. It's an honor our war dead to have made the supreme sacrifice to make this country what it is today. Oh yes, I want to give you for many, Memorial Day was originally known as Decoration Day. That started after the Civil War with General John Logan's orders. It was, and it later became a Memorial Day. It was always held on May 30th. Then in the late 60s, early 70s, Congress decided to move Memorial Day to the last Sunday in May. The state of Illinois, as well as several other states, passed legislation to return Memorial Day to its original date as a state holiday. And this is the way I feel. Memorial Day should always be celebrated on May 30th. That was the way it was when I was growing up and went to school. Whenever May 30th fell on a day, or Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, or whatever, that was the day Memorial Day was celebrated. If Memorial Day, the 30th fell on a Sunday, the Memorial Day was celebrated the next day. So I want to thank everybody for checking into the Friday Night Fun. It was a great topic. What are your family? You have any family members serving in the military or who formerly served? And also, a little bit of a sad note. Today is the 47th anniversary of my dad passing away after a 3-month battle with cancer, acute cancer of the esophagus. Okay, with that, everybody have a safe and sane Memorial Day. And when you sit down to your dinner, avoid any arguments about vaccinations, wearing masks, or whatever. People are going to do like they're going to do. This has become so as toxic as the last 2 presidential elections. People are going to do what they're going to do. So don't even talk about it. Don't even bring it up at the table this holiday weekend. Okay, does anybody have any questions, comments, or input, or any traffic they'd like to bring before the net? Okay, this concludes our main business. So at this time, this is the last call for any stations who want to check in the Friday Night Fun Net from anywhere in the region with route traffic. Please call K9GCR. Last call for Radishaw.
KD9EPZ with a comment.
Go ahead, Al.
I think we can let everybody know, and I think you would agree, Jim, that anybody is welcome on the Friday Night Fun Net. We don't care if their vehicle's extended warranty is about to expire.
That is a good idea, Al. I think I might use that too.
They just won't quit.
That's well, I'll tell you what. Listening to the last Saturday evening Rag-Chew Net or before that, they were talking about cars or how to go fix them or what have you. Years ago, you had to go to a mechanic. Nowadays, you got to go to a specialist.
It may be true, Jim, but some things did change. I'm not sure it was the same thing with you. When you and I were young, you had to take your car in for every 1,000 miles for an oil change.
Yup, that's right, you did.
Most mechanics now recommend 3,000, and the manufacturers are saying you can have as long as like 7,000. So some things have changed. I think the engines they're building now are better than the engines they used to build. They say they don't make them like they used to, but we back in the day we get a car we figured 100,000 miles was the limit. Now the people are driving around cars every day with over 200,000 on them.
Oh yeah, I hear you. You know that I'll tell you what. That's one thing I never had to worry about is driving a car. Oh, look at the. They're showing a barbecue grill in the weather report. Saturday 78, Sunday 86, Monday 89, mostly sunny. Sunday and Monday partly cloudy tomorrow. Oh, look at that weather map. Oh boy, beautiful conditions, upper level pattern. I'm watching the news on the channel 17. They're watching the weather report.
Oh my. And I still think Candace King is better looking than he is.
Boy, ain't that the truth. These part-time people, I never cared much for them. You know, the two best ones as far as Candace King and Alex Kirchner on Channel 13. At least Candace King mentions the ham radio operators during the storm event. That's for sure.
I don't know why I can't think of his name, but the weatherman they have in the mornings on 17, 39, whatever. I can't think of his name right now. The young guy. He rides along with Vince on the storm chasing.
Yeah, that's Joey Marino.
Who I was thinking of, or trying to think of. Hate you're losing your. Yeah.
Well, stuff happens, Al. That's the way it goes. Hey, now, we're going to be praying for you. Let's hope I'm sure you'll probably go and, I don't know how you're going to get to the hospital. I don't know if they'll have an ambulance call for you or not there, but we're going to pray for you. We're going to hope your test will be successful. Maybe give you the right medications. You'll be okay.
Well, I have to wait for hospital scheduling the call, and then we have to figure it out because I have to know, you know, I have to get prescriptions filled before I go in there because I'm allergic to the contrast dye they use, and so I have to take medication to keep me from having problems with the allergy.
I let the doctors know about that too, so that's for sure. Al, hey, thanks for checking in, and we'll definitely talk to you down the road. I'll see about making any more HF contacts this weekend. We'll see what happens. Thanks for checking the Friday Night Fun Net. Enjoy your evening, enjoy your weekend. I'm going to see if I can pick up Night Watch when I get done here.
I may. Well, I can't get there right now. And my HF is down right now until they remove my tree. I think we've all heard the story before, so I won't continue with it. Right now I don't have an HF antenna, so. Anyway, you have yourself a good evening. Everybody have yourself a good evening. And I think we're going to watch the rest of the news and then maybe think about getting some rest. So, 7-3, everyone. KD9EPZ, back to net.
Thanks for checking in, Al. You have a good evening, and we'll talk to you down the log. Yeah, they won't take your tree down until Christmas. It never fails. Talk to you later. 7-3. All right. Last call for any station while checking the Friday Night Fun Net. Remember, we're in the region. With drop traffic, please call K9GCR. Last call for Ratchet Jaw. This Memorial Day, is expected to be the busiest since the pandemic started, even with the high gas prices at the pump. So, okay. Okay. I want to thank everybody for checking in with a great net tonight. Tune again next week, same time, same repeater, for another edition of the Friday Night Fun Net. Until then, this is Jim, K9GCR, now closing down this Friday, May 27, 2022, special Memorial Day edition of the Friday Night Fun Net. I return the repeater to frequency normal and radio use at 10:26 p.m. Central Daylight Time. 3 hours, 26 minutes Zulu time, with a total of 34 check-ins. I'm not officially closed the books on the net yet. We might get some more check-ins, so I'll be monitoring the repeater to the wee small hours of the morning. Have a safe and safe Memorial Day, everybody. Remember what this holiday is all about. This net is now closed, and the repeater is now open for normal and radio use. 7-3s, everybody. This is K9GCR. We'll be clear. 7-3s. Good night. K9GCR.
KD9MED.
Go ahead and post it. I had a 2-hour, 26-minute net, and so far the count stands at 34 check-ins. There may be more, but go ahead and post it.
All right, Jimmy, and no internet check-ins today.
I figured that, so I didn't hear any. Okay, thanks for all you do, and you have a happy, safe, and safe Memorial Day. The Ogle County guys call every Tuesday night on the net there, just so you know they're thinking about you.
All right, cool. Thanks a lot, Jimmy, and you have a nice weekend too. This is KD9MED clear.
K9GCR, 7-3s. Good night.
KC9GCR, KE9N.
KD9N, K9GCR, go ahead, Chris.
Hey, I heard kind of a dumb joke. It's a one-liner type of joke the other day. The guy